everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. So today is Saturday the 18th of January 2014 and we are back, Smallville Season 11, Chapter 3 of Harbinger, starring John Constantine and Zatanna Zatara. Their trip has taken them to Stonehenge. It's very, I tell you what, it's very interesting. Obviously they are chasing down the acolytes, and apparently a girl has been kidnapped. I remember last week's chapter there was a girl at the end of the final sort of panel of the chapter with Brother Blood, after he killed the acolytes that had a fight with both Zatanna and John, and so obviously Constantine and Zatanna are both investigating. Zatanna's locator spell has pretty much neared its end. So this is when they realise that it all had to do with, their conclusion was that Trigon is involved. And what is interesting is, I love Constantine's little quip here. He says, "Rumour has it, the 7 deadly sins are his children, aka Trigon." I think that might be true to an extent. He does have, there are 4 children that I know of that he has, 3 sons and 1 daughter. The daughter obviously being Raven, and he's got 3 sons, and I've completely forgotten their names. I believe 2 of them are Jason, one of them's Jess. I can't remember what the 3rd one is, but I know his name also begins with J. The 3 of them begin, all their names begin with J in some sense. So he has got a few children. He's been a busy little man. He's not little, obviously, but anyway. So they eventually, we find out that Constantine, as I say, he's an interesting character in that he actually communicates with the dead. But when I say he communicates with the dead, he actually communicates with people that he has been, responsible for getting killed. And when Zatanna eventually uses a spell to reveal who Constantine was actually whispering to, well, she just couldn't quite believe it. When she says, "Oh, who are they?" he says, "Everyone I've gotten killed." He has a way of, visiting the underworld and then being able to come back at the same time. So he's got this myriad of dead people following him as such. He's got a cult following himself, but they're mainly people that he has, helped in some way to get killed. So it's a bit of a conscience for him as such, that he's carrying this burden. So it's, yeah, bless him. So anyway, we're in Stonehenge, and this is where Brother Blood is about to do a sacrifice. He's got his acolytes in front of him. He's got the girl laid on a, stone table. So Zatanna and Constantine are at a distance. They can see what's happening. They decide to take a closer look, and but without alerting, the guards, who are guarding Stonehenge whilst Brother Blood is doing his ritual. So she's thinking, so Zatanna's obviously trying to figure out what's the best course of action. How can we get in there without, getting killed as such? And then she uses a certain spell, which is quite awesome, the ability to fly. It's actually quite funny because poor old Constantine says, in short, I'd rather travel by boat. So, yeah, poor fella, it's not going to happen, son. Just as Trigon's about to, kill the poor little girl that's tied up on a table, right along comes both Zatanna and Constantine. She does a kinetic discharge spell, which basically, rather than Constantine and Zatanna, the pair of them, hit the ground really hard, she reverses it, and it hits the acolytes and Brother Blood at the same time. So which was pretty good. But obviously, John Constantine has an ulterior motive here. He's not actually here for the girl, even. Whereas Zatanna is obviously trying to rescue the girls, Constantine has other ideas. There's a little flashback to when Zatanna first appeared on the TV show of Smallville. She uses the Bound by Steel spell again, which was awesome. So it's good seeing that again. Then Trigon uses, well, he does something that we didn't expect. I didn't expect it either. And I remember when I first reviewed the first chapter, and Brian Q. Miller basically said that it was going to get a lot more grisly towards the end of, you know, the story, that is, and he wasn't kidding, because what Trigon what Brother Blood does is just, oof, it's really, it's just, I can't even put it into words, to be totally honest. So yeah, he wasn't wrong when he said it was going to get grisly. So it'll be interesting to see how next week's final chapter is going to conclude on that note. Eventually, Zatanna rescues the girl, but then John Constantine, he goes the other way. He was not there for the girl. He was there to get his book back. So Constantine's disappeared. He's left Zatanna and the girl, and they're now running for their lives away from these things that have just come out of Brother Blood's stomach, which is, as I say, yeah, they do look pretty interesting. So it turns out that Brother Blood was the sacrifice, and apparently the girl was the offering for Trigon. So interesting. We'll see how it all pans out next week in the final chapter. But very interesting, but gruesome at the same time. So yeah, so be very careful if you have read this. Oh dear, I hope you're feeling better than I am. Or well, I'm not feeling too badly, to be honest. But yeah, never mind. But yeah, as I say, looking forward to see what next week's final chapter brings as a close to this series for Harbinger, and how Constantine and Zatanna will finish off. Will be interesting to see that as well. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. See you very soon. Bye.